Hi and welcome to another day of Python programming, and today your challenge is to create a class and a function that checks if the user is inputting a number, and we only want numbers, no letters, and it'll tell us if it's a number or a letter. Alright, so there's your challenge. So let's get started. So boot up your idle platform. We'll have to create a new file. And this is the first part of the challenge. Pause if you want to give it a go. All right, we'll create a class, check if number, I'll call it. And then we put colon, and our function will be validate, and we'll get an input. Let's say we'll call it a number. And then we'll do a try except. It's probably a good way to test if something is correct. And what we'll do is we'll check if it's a number. And the best way is to cast it into an int. And if it allows you to do that, it'll return true. Whoops, we need a capital for the true. All right, the except, which will be an error, and we'll return false. All right, so what is this function doing? It's returning a Boolean. All right, so that's done. Let's save that. I'm going to create a folder called phone check. And this will be, I'll just call it check, this file. All right, so that's done. Now we need a new file, so create a new file. Command N is a great way to do that. And we'll call this one main. And what we'll do is we'll import what we have to do is do a couple of imports here. So we go from, and we choose the name of the file, check, and we import the class. Check if number. Make sure you spell it right. There we go. That's all good. But we'll import it as C, just so it's really easy to use in our program. All right, so now in here, this is where we're going to be using this class. So we'll go, okay, let's ask the user for a number. Enter your number. There we go. And while this is true, which creates an easy loop, we'll get the input from the user. Great. And the result will be our Boolean. I'll try to keep this the same. Try to keep to a similar coding format so it doesn't confuse anyone. And we need to call this, so now that we've imported this class as C, check if number, we just call C.validate. And then in here, we'll put the user's input. All right, and now we'll do something with the result. So if the result is equal to true, what are we going to do? So if it's true, we'll say, oh, great. Yep, print. Yep, that's a number. Number. And the else will be not a number. So you do whatever you want with the input. All right, now next thing, let's use this. So I'm going to save this as main into the same folder and run this program here. So let's run it, enter your number, 4, and press enter. Good, it's a number, 2, 4. Let's put a letter, not a number. What about a symbol? Not a number. All right, cool. So that's working quite well, and therefore you can check, I don't know, on your application that only numbers are getting, if you only want numbers, that will work. And I guess you could reverse that if you want all of the other characters, couldn't you? Hope you enjoyed that. See you later.